What is going on, everyone? Sorry, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Caden or Cantina Talk. Welcome to Cantina Jargon, episode 49 with Joe, Mr. Jar Jar Jargon. How's it going, my friend?
Yo, it's going, man. I'm
been a
back
minute.
at it. We're back at it. The day we were supposed to stream last was the day I broke my leg. So
Yeah, that happened. How's recovery been?
slow, but I'm just chilling. I'm hanging around the house and got a nice cast on my leg. It's under my desk, so I don't think I can show you, but
It's
part
purple.
of it there. Yeah, I got the purple.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's going, man. I'm getting there. So I'm excited though for what's to come. We got Celebration next week. Like that's crazy. It's
Already
like,
enjoying the vlogs.
yeah, I'm watching like Tony's and Ricky's and General Kenobi's. Man,
So yeah, Jose's got Gianni's as well. There's just so many people are already there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm so jealous, man. It looks amazing. I wish I was in Japan.
I immediately told my wife, I was like, after Tony's like 2 a.m. vlog, I was like, all right, we gotta go to Japan.
Yeah,
like,
that's the one.
We gotta go to
Japan.
Japan.
Like, the vibes are immaculate. Like it looks awesome.
Yeah.
There.
I gotta go find Tony's stickers that he's putting all around Shibuya.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I want to just go see him.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good time for everyone out there. But we will be chilling here, and we will be. I don't know. I have like company in town next week, so I'm not gonna be able to probably cover much of anything at all. But we'll chat about it after.
Yeah,
so.
I'll say I'll be out of town next week as well. I got a family stuff going on for that weekend. But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they pull it off, and if it all.
Yeah, have you seen the schedule? It's like kind of light.
3 episodes a week for what is it?
Oh no, I'm not even talking about Andor. I'm talking about the schedule for Celebration, like the showcase.
There's not a whole lot going on.
No, it's like Mando Grogu and an Ahsoka like recap and animation, and that's like it.
It's crazy. Out of all 3 of the movies that were announced 2 years ago haven't come out yet, and one that they didn't even announce is coming out. So
right, and the word is the next movie after Mando Grogu is the Sean Levy movie, which they also haven't announced. So it's like,
well, this year's gonna be. I guarantee you're gonna be going out on stage. I guarantee it.
You think Levy's coming on stage?
Probably.
Okay, I would hope so. I hope
if that's the next runner-up. Probably.
Right. I hope we at least get an official like announcement about that. I think we're gonna get a Mando Grogu teaser trailer, like publicly released.
Yeah, definitely that. I would say too. With the Sean Levy one, might even do the casting for the main character too. So like have Sean and the main person,
like Gosling or whoever it's supposed to be. Yeah,
if it actually is going to be Gosling,
dude. If it's Gosling, oh, I'm so in. I'm so in.
Just have a meet up with Han, and then it'll be good.
Like how to get me excited for something. Just throw Gosling in it, man. He's awesome. But yeah,
it hasn't been a bad movie.
What do you think's going to happen in animation? Because they dropped the Tales of the Underworld thing like just randomly last week.
To be honest, I don't know. I just kind of just like at this point, I'm just like, I'll just see what comes out. Like it's as bad as that sounds. It's kind of just like, all right.
It's kind of been like that with Star Wars lately. Like I don't like the hype is extremely low.
Yeah, I don't even really like it sucks as a Star Wars channel to say like I don't even care when that trailer got announced and I watched it. I was like, this came out 2 years ago. I'd been excited. Right now, I'm just like, I could care less.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it too, and I was just like, I mean, we texted about it, but I'm just like, I just don't care. Like, I don't care about, we saw Cad Bane's story. He died in Boba Fett. Like, he's done. Why do we need more Cad Bane? Like, it's like, give us something new. Move the story forward or go way in the past and give us like Old Republic or something. Because I'm kind of over this whole like post Clone Wars like era.
Yeah,
it's honestly post Clone Wars like
Agent Longhops right after like Andor, Ahsoka season 2, Mando movie, and Dave's movie. I'll see Sean Levy's, but after that, if nothing else is like good is happening, I'm kind of just done like with it altogether. Like at least for the next couple of years anyway. Just because it's as bad as it sounds, just nothing going on. It's not interesting.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree, man. I'm like Andor, let me say this about Andor before we really discuss season 2. I just watched Andor season 1 in 2 days because I have nothing else to do. Right? I started episode 1 the other day, and I was like, all right, this show's fucking good. And then I watched the whole thing in 2 days. I was so like, I don't know why, but the first like time I watched Andor, I was like, this doesn't really feel Star Wars, even though it's an extremely well-written show.
Yeah.
But this time around, maybe it's just because I watched the original trilogy like a week ago or so too. Like, it felt so Star Wars to me. And not like, obviously there's this missing component of like the mystical force and all that stuff, right? But they use all practical effects pretty much. I mean, there's obviously some CGI in there. And I think that because there's so many practical sets and everything, that the actual CGI special effects shots look so much better than the other shows because they didn't have so many of them to work on.
Yeah, they're getting so much more time to like refine. Like,
right.
Look at Skeleton Crew's finale. Look how amazing that looked.
Right.
Like,
and that had like 2 years to sit there.
Yeah, it had 2 years to cook in the oven. Like, that was like. Yeah, it just goes to show, like, especially look with Daredevil Born Again, the first opening 16 minutes, that was the last things that they shot on location in New York, and it was the first thing that came out. They had like an 8-month turnaround, and you can very tell, like the CG, you can tell.
Yeah,
but they're just embracing the jank. Same thing with like Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're embracing the jankiness with it and just doing it. Because there's like they don't have enough time to cook it in the oven, so to speak. So like
I don't love that though. I'd rather it look like, that's the thing about Andor. Like like I said, I sat there and watched all of it in 2 days, and I'm just like, and I've watched it before, obviously, but I was fucking blown away. I'm just like,
it's visually stunning.
Right, it is, and no wonder people have gravitated towards it as like, this is the best Star Wars series, because like, not only is it extremely well written, but it is just gorgeous, like to look at.
That's what I'm going with, like with the Daredevil stuff, is like, if that guy given a year, it would look so much better.
Yeah,
Andor was given 2 years. Same thing with Skeleton Crew. They looked beautiful.
Yeah, it's all a time thing, right? It's like,
it literally is
out, and it's I mean, and obviously Acolyte is like one of those ones where it's like, holy crap! You look at some of the CGI, or even Kenobi, they rush those, man. The CGI looks horrible.
The blade effects.
The blade effects. Oof.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like my outlook on Andor has not. I liked it before, but now I'm kind of like in that camp of like, this might be the greatest thing Disney's done with Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd say along with Rogue One being in that list, yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Rogue One is, I mean, I'd say their best movie for sure, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And now I'm like even more hyped for Andor season 2, and I'm like, finally, we're getting this, and it's going to be amazing. But other than that, I gotta agree with who left the comment. Was it Llama Prop?
Yeah,
I gotta agree, man. I'm like, I'll see what Celebration says is happening, and I'll decide at that point whether or not I can get hyped for anything else. Because really, at this point, it's like Andor, and I'm not even sure about the Mando movie because of the leaks, dude. The leaks are freaking me out.
They're horrible. Yeah, same thing. Like, yeah, Angel Lava Prop also cooking once again.
There he goes. Yeah,
and the Mando Grogu movie doesn't sound that promising. It's up in the air. I'm gonna go see it, and I'll get my Grogu tub or whatever, like the specialty
whatever
thing is. So then that'll be my enjoyment. They cannot afford another fumble.
Oh man, if this Mando movie bombs, it's over. I mean, I don't think Disney can recover. I really don't. I thought Acolyte was kind of the last straw, but they have Andor coming around the circle, and it's like everyone's gonna be hyped about Andor by the time it's airing. But this is like their last chance theatrically, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, like they have a couple other things that like could do a little bit better, like Ahsoka season 2 and Heir to the Empire. But after that, even is there even going to be enough budget for Heir to the Empire? Is it going to get a big budget, like because of how poorly everything else has been doing? Is it going to be like Apple and lose what was it, $2 billion on their streaming service?
Right. Like that's a good question though. Are we even going to get the Heir to the Empire movie from Dave that was promised at Celebration 2 years ago, or are we just going to get? Well, we spent $250 million on Acolyte, and we spent $150 million on a Mando movie that bombed, and now we can't really afford it.
Along with $750 million on Andor season 1 and 2,
right?
So like,
it looks $750 million.
Yeah, it looks up to par, but. Because like, dude, I was rewatching like BVS today for like videos and stuff, and I was like, I could tell every single time I'm like, oh, that's an entire CG takeover. They're in like a CG background, especially when in like the Doomsday fight. I was pause. Sorry.
No. Pause. I want to interject real quick. Sorry to interrupt you.
You're good.
Did I ever tell you that Batman vs Superman filmed at my college when I was in college?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
crazy,
awesome
dude.
though.
And I have friends who are extras in the Lex Luthor scene at the museum. Well, it's a museum, but it's supposed to be like his house or something in the movie.
Wait, yeah, and the scene where he's like lecturing about like some random ass shit. Just like,
that was at Michigan State on campus there, and
that's awesome,
dude. They brought in all these. I mean, Ben Affleck was there, obviously, and it was crazy. They shut down like a whole part of the campus, and we were all
I know Snyder loves Michigan too, so
yeah, it was pretty cool that they filmed that there. But sorry, anyway, move on with the special effects though.
I can just tell it's just like this is a total CG environment. Like it doesn't even look real.
Yeah,
it's just like that's how some of this shit feels.
And it's crazy because like I watch movies from the 80s and 90s a lot and stuff like that, and I'm like, some of those movies, obviously some look horrible. They've aged horribly, but some of them I'm like, wow. You know, Star Wars is a great example. I'm like, wow, this still looks amazing.
I would say Terminator 2 as well. Like T2, T1 has some like a little bit of like jank.
Yeah.
Like not even jank, just like it's like, oh, you can definitely tell that's like a puppet. But even then, it's like it's very minuscule compared to like now. I think most of it is just because it was all practical for the most part.
Right.
Or animatronics. Like I hate that doesn't get used anymore.
Aliens, dude. Something like Aliens, the sequel or the original one. They would never do that nowadays. They would just be like, well, I guess, you know, Romulus, they did go pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Romulus is the exception.
Yeah, I mean, Romulus was cool, and he and Alvarez wanted to do it right, and he did it right, in my opinion. But I mean, I think if it was like nowadays and it was like a you know, we don't know if this IP is going to be successful, how much money we should spend on it, they would have filmed that whole damn thing on a green screen.
Yeah, I honestly like it hurts to see that for Doomsday they're going back to full like Pinewood just to do all green screen.
Yeah,
and just kind of just like, damn, like I understand it because they want to keep secrets, but at the same time, like we need to get back to being like the Winter Soldier was filmed in Ohio. It's filmed in Cleveland. Like it feels like you were filmed there. Look, go No Way Home. It doesn't feel like New York. It feels like an entire CG environment.
Yeah.
So like,
good point.
I'm like, I want to get back to that feeling like TASM 2, you feel like you're in New York.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, well, even I watched the Tobey Maguire trilogy the other day too, because obviously I've done nothing but, let me just tell you, I've done nothing but watch fucking movies and TV for the past like month and a half. But I watched the whole trilogy also of Tobey Maguire movies, and that is a perfect example of like an older movie that looks almost better than some stuff we're getting today. Yeah,
and some of the like the transitions, especially in Spider-Man 2 with like,
oh dude,
the entire like, glasses, like dude, like I still love the ending to Spider-Man 1 though, like what like goes right through the eye, it goes with the mask.
Yeah.
Transition. I just honestly I feel a lot of it too. Not a lot of people are shooting film, like not shooting on film.
Yeah, well, that's another issue, right? I mean, you got Nolan that does, but you know, Villeneuve did Dune digitally.
Nolan still does digital,
but they made it look like film. If you watch some of the Greg Fraser interviews, he talks about why they tried to make the lighting look like it would be on film, essentially. So,
I mean, it makes sense for the sand, I guess.
Yeah,
but I mean, also film grain has been entirely gone for the most part.
It's like too clean, right?
Yeah, it's been back with Brave New World. It looked a little too forced, Brave New World, but it looks perfect in Daredevil Born Again. But the show didn't have, like the Netflix show didn't have film grain, so people are like complaining about it. Mm-hmm. But it looks great in the show because it's the Moon Knight and Loki season 2 directors.
Okay.
Speaking of which, one of them from supporting the show, one of them is following me now on Instagram. So I'm trying to see if we can get an interview with them for season 2. But yeah, I just think like need to go back to being practical and honestly just shooting on film. Have film grain in your movies.
Yeah, I wish that they would shoot everything on film. It's extremely expensive from what I understand, but there's such a difference in like the realness of everything when you're on film. I mean, I don't know why, but everything just looks better.
I might be biased, but it feels the same way watching a Tarantino movie. Like you can tell it like, oh, this was shot on film.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these old school directors, man, they won't let film go, which is cool. I like it though.
I mean, if I ever get the opportunity to do something like that, I'm never gonna let it go either. Like I'm gonna try my hardest to keep it that way. How you doing, Morgan? Welcome.
Morgan, what's going on, man? I really want to have him on the show when we launch episode 2 of Heir to the Empire. So
sweet.
We'll have him, and maybe anyone else who's lending their voice as well. Would like to get them in for a stream.
Mr. Nick, Comic Theory.
Nick, Mr. Random.
Hello. Welcome.
Clark. Oprah is making everyone force sensitive and resurrected. It really feels like that sometimes. Fan film. They will definitely pump Visions in Andor. The way they've been promoting and then having delays, it's probably best they don't announce potential new projects.
I feel like they should just stop announcing projects altogether until they get something actually on film.
Right, until it's shooting.
And until they're on set filming. Like the fact that Matt Reeves still hasn't finished the Batman Part 2 script. The movie's gonna get delayed to 2028. Like
I've heard that.
That's wild. Come on.
But, I mean, you also hear Pattinson's going to be in Dune 3 allegedly.
Yeah.
and
how do you feel about that?
Fraser is doing Dune 3 also. Oh, I'm totally on board with it, dude. You know me. I
knew your answer was going to be that.
Yeah, I'm totally on board. Number one, but they're going to be filming that probably either later this year or early next year, which means Batman's definitely not filming at that time.
Yeah, it was supposed to start filming now originally, and then it's supposed to be in summer this year with Greg. Yeah, and then now it's
So now they're like earliest, I'd say a year from maybe this summer. I don't know. Maybe summer of 2026 they'll be filming it. Maybe late 2026. Yeah. Heard Fraser isn't on Dune 3. I'd like to see a source for that. That would suck if that was the case. I think there was when they thought Batman was going to be filming. They thought
I remember
him
seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they thought they might not be able to get him.
But I think we even talked about that because I was like, they can just use the Penguin DP because he did a great job using Greg's style for it. Like,
yeah,
maybe a change though.
I would just use the Penguin DP. I mean, great.
It works just as well. Well, not just as well. It seamless though.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it exists in the same universe, which is all that matters, right?
It's just gotta feel connective.
That's right.
Angel Armor Prop, Andor feels like what the Dark Times really felt like.
I think that's it. I think
that's the best way of describing that.
Like this grittiness and realness to like the universe that like we hadn't really seen before, except for maybe at the very beginning of A New Hope, right? It's like that's it. I don't know. It flows perfectly to me.
Angel Armor Prop, once again, I love how good Gotham looks in the Batman. Yeah, and that's solely from the volume too, but you can't tell. They're doing it right. They're like, because they have like, obviously they have some practicalness in with the volume, but they have a lot of it practical in the volume for the Batman. Like that shot with Batman and Catwoman, like that, all the pillars around them are all practical, and I don't know, it has that feel to it that it feels real.
The only thing being projected on that is the skyline essentially. But I almost would rather that kind of, and that's why I think even Mando looks better than some of these Marvel movies and stuff like that, is because they're not really just green screening everything. They're building, I mean, the ring world in Mando or in Boba Fett, where Mando,
that looked great.
Oh my god, it looked incredible, but they did it almost all in the volume.
And then we also had Ant-Man 3 all in the volume.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. Well, that's just like, I don't know, man. It's all about how you use it, I guess, right? It's all about how you use it, because you're right. Like something like the Batman, where they're sitting at, or was it an apartment or like an abandoned building or something, and with the sun.
Oh no, they're on top of the roof of the GCPD.
Okay, yeah, but like the building itself is practical and a real set, and then all you're seeing is the sky. The other ones that did that, have you ever seen Oblivion, the Tom Cruise movie?
Yeah, and that was giant, like
projectors,
360-degree projector, and it looks great.
Yeah, because they didn't, obviously the volume wasn't invented at that time, but that was the same concept. But the whole apartment was practically built, and the sky around it was projected on a 360 screen.
I remember I'm seeing like the behind the scenes of it, and Tom Cruise talking about like how like new this is, and it's just like this crazy because like now this would be considered old.
Right now, it's
so
like,
good.
holy shit, we're gonna set up 20 projectors in here. Like, come on.
I mean, I would even say like the volume works great too with Mando, with him like being in the N1, and like anytime he's in flight, the cockpit shots look amazing. But it's just it just depends on how you use it.
Right. Well, even like Tony Gilroy has been really hesitant to use it, but they used it for like the background of Coruscant in Mon Mothma's apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I think they use it for when she's in the little car thing and flying around Coruscant, which looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the motorcycle demo that they were doing from the behind the scenes of it too, because it feels just like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Where were we now?
Star Wars Gazer, you rock, fellas. Good to see you all. Good to see you here too, man. Thank you. I'm in. Sounds good.
Right on, man. Right
Keep
on.
you updated.
Can't wait.
Matt Reeves needs props though. We crucified Disney for releasing and fixing post-production, and the script doesn't make sense. At least Reeves is trying to make it consistent. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, like, he's had 4 years now to do it. And
yeah.
And honestly, it's at the point where we're more likely to get the DCU Batman movie before Reeves is the Batman, which is absurd. So
I feel like if that happens, they're canceling it.
Oh, 1,000%. And apparently Warner Brothers already wants to cancel. They want to can it and just go full DCU.
What a bummer, man. Because I mean, obviously, I think it's the best Batman movie. We've talked about this, but
yeah, this came out 6 months ago that he was having issues, but also you have a contract to do within a certain amount of time.
I mean, 4 years is wild. Really,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was 2 years, I can understand, but it's 4 years now, going on 5.
It's crazy. I wonder if Matt Reeves, in the meantime, will do with the other Apes movie that's coming out. I doubt it, but
I doubt it. He didn't return for the last one either.
I know. But
unfortunately,
the guy who did the last one's doing the Zelda movie, so he's not going to be available either. So I don't know. Man.
Dude, it's need to get some new people in there.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeesh. Yeah, this was the one we were just on, right? Yeah. I mean, 4 years is like a long time, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, like,
because there's no way that
movies used to come out, like sequels would come out like 3 years later. You know what I mean? So it's not like insane, but at the same time, it's kind of like, and we had the writer's strike, and we had, the actor strike, and we had COVID, essentially. This was, I mean, the Batman was filmed before COVID, right? And finished up slightly.
It was filmed during COVID, like towards the end of COVID, or like not at the end. They were filming during COVID because I remember seeing the set photos with the masks on their face.
Okay.
But I think it came out in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, or 2022. I know it got delayed once before. 22. So it had to have been filmed in 2020.
Yeah, so we're almost. I mean, we're 5 years removed from that really filming, which means in terms of writing,
I don't really think the Penguin, because the Penguin was written right after the Batman. I don't think the Penguin had that much of an impact on changing the story for Batman Part 2.
I would hope not.
Because he already had Oz's thing like laid out when he was writing the Penguin, like how that he's going to be a little bit in 2 and a little bit in 3. But that might have changed too since then. But and the Colin also might be Sergeant Rock in the DCU, so it's just like it's all over.
Oh yeah,
it's all over.
At the end of the day, though, like, can we honestly be all that mad for like, oh, they can't get this one Batman movie done, yet they're still working on it, when like Star Wars has announced 15 different movies that haven't even had a script? So
it's in a far worse place.
Right. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, at least we have Superman coming out and Supergirl's filming.
It looks so good to it, by the way. Supergirl, like from the set photos,
both look. I mean, I think Superman is going to be a huge hit. I really do. I think it's going to be a massive sleeper hit. I think it's going to kick the DC off into like a really good trajectory. Who do you want to play Batman in like the actual DCU?
It's got to be Alan Richardson. I'm still going to stick with it.
I'm on board with it. It would be cool. He's huge.
He just fills the part. But I will say too, like, I feel like the Fantastic Four could be fucked. Like they could be fucked from Superman.
Because they're coming out a week later, right? Or did they come out
or a week and a half later? But honestly, Fantastic Four is not doing a whole lot of press, and all the press they're getting right now is negative press. Superman's at least getting something. We're getting a trailer for Superman in 5 days. So
yeah, not only that, historically, Fantastic Four movies have not done well at the box office.
Yeah, so for there already to be getting this much negativity towards the movie, it's Thunderbolts might do better than Fantastic Four, and if it does, that's gonna be scary.
Thunderbolts looks oddly like really good, which is interesting because like it's such a out of nowhere, you know what I mean, situation.
I feel like it's gonna be so good. Like it's
and the team behind it, it's just a lot of people. I would think like, oh, they make a good movie, and then it looks good, so I think it's gonna be good. We'll see.
Yes, sir. Star Wars Order. Hello there. Welcome.
What's up?
To be fair to Reeves, he did say they'd start filming at the end of the year, though the lack of updates on the script still have not. Still not being done. It makes me nervous. Yeah, but he also said that they'd start filming in the spring of this year too. He's changed it so many times. It's where it's like, and I don't know. It's so odd. It's such a odd way of doing things. But if we get it, we get it. I'll be happy.
Hey, when it starts filming, then we'll know. Like, okay, we're about a year and a half out.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it, right? Yeah.
Because Greg Fraser is just that guy. Hence why Man of Season 1 and The Batman is the best. Sorry, the volume is at its best. Other projects have looked worse with it. 100%.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, he,
Greg
Fraser was part of creating the volume. He helped create it and he knows how to use it better than anyone. Even Dune, they don't use green screen on Dune. They use a brown screen that Greg Fraser decided to use so that reflections on the ship and everything would be correct. He gets it, man. That guy gets it way better than anyone else.
Coming up with the lighting for Vader 2 on Rogue One.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got the talent. That's for sure.
The big difference in DPs that you can tell about is lighting. It's all about lighting, man. Like Deakins with like Blade Runner or 1917, the lighting, you're just like, holy shit! Every shot is just like perfectly lit.
I don't know who the DP was, and I'll have to look it up. But my wife and I saw a new De Niro movie called Alto Nights.
Okay.
Honestly, I think this is one of if not my favorite mob movies of all time. Like it's right there with Goodfellas. And that's
how old is it? Like new? Like
it just came out like a month, not even a month ago.
Oh,
De Niro plays two mobsters in it, but he has like prosthetics on, so he looks a little different.
Interesting.
But dude, my wife and I both watched that. We're like, I think that was the best mob movie we've ever watched in a theater.
Wow.
Like, and I was just like, and I don't say that lightly.
Yeah,
you know how I am with that shit. Like,
I know, man. You like them all.
Yeah, I don't say that lightly.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but that movie looked very beautifully shot.
Sorry, I'm just gonna put my leg up on the stool over here. Oh shit. Oh, alrighty. I'll have to check it out then. If it's on demand, maybe I'll see if I can find it somewhere. I'm trying to catch up on all the new releases because I can't go to the theater right now. So,
yeah, I mean, you're not really missing much, to be honest. I don't think.
I know it's been a little slow, right? It seems like that
Definitely.
this year. But Thunderbolts comes out when? A few weeks? 2 weeks?
May 2nd.
3 weeks. Okay. Well, I hope I can get to the theater for that one because it looks. Yeah, honestly, it just like the trailers alone. I'm like, wow, this looks a lot better than I thought it'd be, which is a good sign.
I when they went on sale tickets, I immediately bought my tickets. I was like, I want to go there. I want to get the Red Guardian limo, like popcorn tub. Like I want to get the limo.
Yeah, the limo.
Put it right up here. Like, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it should be good.
I'm excited to see how they're gonna make it tie into Doomsday.
Yeah, now Doomsday is like looming because of like obviously they started filming and everything, but like I don't know, man. The hype just seems like it's not there for me. I don't know. You know, I just don't hear a whole lot about it. They did like the big casting reveal, and I think people were like kind of like, okay.
Some spoilers went on Twitter today of these two characters standing next to each other. I'll send it to you on Instagram quick because I don't want to spoil it for other people.
Sure.
So yeah, this happened today from the Doomsday set. Yeah.
I didn't realize this shit was leaking from that. That's crazy.
Oh, it's leaking every day.
Oh wow.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's leaking every day.
Okay. I'm not like in the loop with the leaks, but wow, that's that's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
Also, like the guy on the left, not the look I'd want for him for this, but I hope they make a different,
it's straight out of the ending of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it is. And
at least with the glasses anyway.
Yeah, I know. not what I want to see, but that's okay. That's not. I'll be honest, not getting me any more hype.
Yeah. When I saw that, though, I was just like, okay, so at least like they're gonna interact. Like it's not even like they didn't really interact really at all before.
Right.
And in the comic, it's at least in some of the runs they have like a really weird relationship.
Yeah.
It's almost like mentor mentee. Or if you get X-Men 97, it's like rivals.
I mean, yeah, I like, for me, I'm like, the X-Men stuff's kind of cool and all that they're bringing some of that in, but I'm like, I'd rather watch 97. Where's season 2, man? Come on.
Season 2 comes out next year.
I know, but come on, get that shit out of here. They already started. They started working on it.
Like, the main showrunner. Like they gotta redo things now.
That is crazy. I hope it stays as good as it was. Honestly,
I hope it does too. If it's a dip, it's gonna suck. He will be a producer on Clayface. Matt Reeves.
I think he's talking about Colin.
Oh, Colin?
Maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
I think he's talking about Colin. Great question, man.
Yeah. And Agent Lavrop.
As I was watching this, everyone share. Oh, there's like a fly in here. Everyone share your favorite episodes. I'm really curious. I was watching them and I'm like, okay, Aldani heist, amazing.
I was gonna say Aldani is gonna be mine. Just from that one shot of the tie, jumping down on the tie with
incredible. But then I'm like, all right. Then I get to the prison break and the episode right after it, where it's the Fondor fight, which is crazy.
Honestly,
where he breaks the tractor beam. I'm like, holy this episode is so freaking good. And then there's the last episode, Rick's Road. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, it's like 3 bangers, like back to back to back, and it's insane.
I'm gonna say the episode where Ben Grimm gets shot after the heist, where Cassian shoots him outside.
Oh, that is the same. It happens in the Aldani episode.
Okay, I thought it was the episode after after the heist is complete. I couldn't remember that was like the beginning or the end. I couldn't remember.
It's the end. Yeah, he does it right at the end, dude, and that is that episode is.
I just remember like, oh shit! Like, I did not expect him to like just. I didn't expect Ben Grimm just to get popped.
It's like crazy, man. The show is crazy, and I'm like, it got me so hyped for season 2 when I watched season 1 again. I'm just like, man, this is great. Like, this is exactly what we need from Star Wars. You know what I mean?
I just honestly, I gotta rewatch Andor before we start because I just got a new 4K TV. The first time I've had a 4K TV, so
do it.
And I have like the Gobi lights behind it, so it reflects whatever's on the TV screen behind.
Oh, nice! You have like the color change.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to watch at least the Aldani episode again, just to see what it's gonna be like.
Man, it's I just like it's crazy that they pulled it off as well as they did. Honestly,
yeah.
part of me's like nervous for season 2 because I think like, can they hit? Like, can they top runs back to back? We're gonna see. Yeah, can they top it?
And also, we can't have a 1 through 4 episode where it's slow as shit, like how 1 through 4 was. Like, if we're doing this jump, every episode's got to be boom, 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 boom. Like, no fucking. The nice thing
is we're getting 3 episodes a week, so you're gonna see a total arc every week, basically.
Here's the hoping. I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic, but I feel like we're gonna get some slow episodes. I know it's gonna happen. I have no faith that it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Well, I don't feel like we have time for it.
I know. It doesn't feel like there's time because this is the last season and everything, but I don't know, man. We'll see.
Maybe the time jumps. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Llama Prop, what's your favorite episode?
Got any good writing? Marvel. We have aura and hype moments and fan service and nostalgia.
Yeah, they do have a lot of aura and hype moments and a lot of fan service, man. Infinity War and Endgame were on TV earlier, and I'm just like, man, this is like, it's so crazy how hyped those were when everything was happening. But it like the buildup is what got us there, and now it feels like with Doomsday, it's kind of just like, what is earned here? Like, X-Men haven't shown up in MCU at all. Now they're just all showing up in Doomsday.
I don't feel like it's an earning. More of like, as was bad as my sound to me, like, all right, RDJ started the MCU with Iron Man, and now he's ending it with Doom. Like, this isn't leading towards something. It's leading towards the end of the MCU, like the old MCU and the rebirth of the new MCU with the mutants, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, X-Men. So it's more of like they're ending it off. and then starting fresh.
Do you think we're getting a total refresh?
Yeah. Like,
I've heard the rumor. I just don't know if it's true.
Yeah, I guarantee after Secret Wars. Okay, so apparently from insiders, if Doomsday and Secret Wars both make $2 billion, RDJ will be doomed for the next 10 years. If it doesn't, his doom will be done after Secret Wars, and there'll be like a new cast for that. If Doom is around, so that's kind of where I'm just like I don't know. It's definitely going to reboot after Secret Wars, but it's just I don't know how much of a reboot it's going to be. We're probably going to get a Steve Rogers back in the MCU. I just don't know if it's going to be Chris Evans.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. I mean, Chris Evans is definitely going to be back as Steve Rogers.
Well, for
just
movie,
not,
yeah,
but just afterwards, like we're probably going to get a new Steve. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new Iron Man, to be honest.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I feel like you have to get a new Iron Man.
You have to have those characters. You can't just not have them because actors are aging out.
Right.
Or you killed them off prematurely. Which a lot of them were. So
that's the way it goes.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
We'll see, man. It's one of those things. It's like there's so many questions around the MCU, whereas that's what makes DC more appealing right now. Is like we know we're getting a refresh.
Yeah, this is the rebirth. Like this is
we're watching it happen in real time, and it's also like we know who's behind it, and we have faith in that person. Well, at least I do in Gunn. If you don't have faith in James Gunn, just give up because he's made nothing but bangers. So.
Yeah, and like Guardians 3. The first couple of weeks did terrible in the box office, but through word of mouth, it almost gained $1 billion. So
right. It was like the most successful movie in the last phase. I mean,
yeah, it turned around like boom. So, Secret Wars is the beginning, not the end, says the Russo brothers. Yeah, it's the end of what we had before, and it's the beginning of the new era of the MCU. So yeah, you're correct on that because it's passing the torch, so to speak. Because what we're going to get post Secret Wars is what the MCU should have been from the get-go.
With like X-Men and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they didn't sell all the rights when they went bankrupt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing my rewatch now. Andor episode 9 is incredible. Bix's torture is so disturbing. Seeing Kino's faith in the system falling apart with Andy Serkis's incredible acting is top tier.
Yeah. When he throws that last line, like how many guards? Never more than 12. I'm like, oh shit. It's so crazy, dude. And
when he said that, I'm like, oh, he's cracking. Like
you can
tide's about to turn.
Happening. Oh, dude.
Especially because it's Andy Serkis too when he has that face. I just see Caesar come out a little bit. I'm like, all right, like that's what I could get.
Yeah, it's great, man. I love 9, 10. I think 11 is my favorite, to be honest with you, which is just it's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh man. Any particular things you want to see in season 2?
Lightsabers. No, I'm kidding. I honestly, I want to see some people die.
Oh, because Luthen's a goner, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see. I want to see what's gonna make Cassian get to the point where he does at the beginning of Rogue One. What's gonna move him to that point?
Do you want to see a happy ending for anyone? We know that most people are going to die in Rogue One if they make it through Andor, but Mon Mothma obviously will have a somewhat happy ending. So
Mon is the only one I would say. Like any of the ones that show up in the OT, yes. But I think everyone is screwed.
Bix is cooked.
Everyone's got to be on the chopping block.
Even on like the ISB side, what are you thinking about like Deidre or Cyril?
I think Cyril's a joke. I don't think he's taken seriously by the ISB at all.
I don't think he's matter. I hear this isn't like a rumor or anything, but this is just a theory people are throwing out there that Cyril's gonna get at the end of the season he's gonna get promoted to the work on the Death Star.
That would be hilarious. I would love for that. That would be awesome.
Can you imagine that? He's working on the Death Star, gets blown up later. Oh man, it'd be so good.
No, you know what we're probably gonna get? I'm a spy. That's probably what's going to come out.
Oh hell no, that's not happening, dude. We got a competent writer here, actually.
The reason why I said that is I saw this.
Yeah. I actually, Palpatine, if there's any cameos, because I'm not big on like, oh, I want to see a bunch of cameos. I really don't. But I do think Palpatine his presence needs to be felt in this somehow to raise the stakes. You know what I mean?
There's got to be some looming threat over more than just the Empire and the construction of the Death Star.
Yeah. I think it's what Llama Prop said. It's the only cameo I'm really okay with. Vader, I'm kind of okay with. I just don't want him to overuse him. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Honestly, if Vader shows up, I'm going to be a little upset. I'm more just kind of just like, stop just showing us him in shows. Like, give us something with him. Stop just teasing him for fan service. Like, it's almost like Vader's their like get out of jail free card. Oh, we show Vader, people won't get mad at us. Like, it's come on. That's especially after Outlaws. Come on. Like, it's
right. Oh yeah.
You know how to do dope Vader, but you won't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Palpatine though is like, he's one of those that like it will raise the stakes of everything, and just we don't need much of him. We just need him to talk to his,
let him talk to you, Lauren.
The people who are inferior to him or whatever. So and the chain of command could be really cool if that's the case.
Oh shit! Sorry. Good.
Oh, where were I went ahead. Go back. You tell me. Are we here?
We both clicked at the same time. I wasn't too sure.
Oh.
Agent Llama Prop, going to be tragic because it seems like Cassian and Bix get back together, and we know in Rogue One, Cassian says he lost everything. Ooh. Yeah, she's not getting out.
You think they're gonna get back together, dude? I don't think he's got time for this shit. I think he's full on rebellion.
We got 3 years. What do you mean? He's got time.
That's true. It is a year every 3 episodes, right?
We got time. Just like let it mellow. It'll yeah. Speaking of which, did you know that we're gonna have a pink moon tonight?
We're having a pink moon?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a pink moon, like a pinkish hue to the moon tonight at a certain time.
Am I going to see that all the way out here or no?
I have no clue. After this, I'm going to go outside and look. But apparently, we're supposed to have a pink moon tonight. I don't know why. I don't know why Bix reminded me of that, but it did. Somehow.
Interesting. All right, fair.
I was just thinking that, like the when Cassian dies, that like the shot. I think that's because I was like, yeah, he lost literally everything before that. Because he says it, and then he literally does lose everything, including his life, while holding his life in his hands or in his arms. So it's not good for Cassian. It's not good for anyone.
No, obviously it's terribly for all these people, but like it makes the story that much better in a way because we're like we see, what happens to them.
We know that they're not going to be showing up in the next live action show, like
Avengers. Right? Yeah, they're not just going to show up all of a sudden, and then we also know that they didn't just give up on an island. Drinking green milk.
Yep. And
they didn't give up at all. They just they tried their hardest and they succeeded in a way. While they died. What can you do?
It's Llama Prop. We got plenty of Krennic, so I'm happy with that. Krennic seems oddly like joyful in this compared to Rogue One.
I mean, he's in power. He's got no one against him, probably. I think Rogue One is when Tarkin really started to take that power from him, and I think that pissed him off.
Sure. I feel like, I don't know. Like, it's weird seeing him smile as much as he has. Like, I don't remember him smiling that much in Rogue One. But I mean, it also makes sense. He got force choked by Vader, so...
Yeah, I know, right? But I also think maybe it's just like a smugness, We'll see. I think you're right, though. I have seen that. I have noticed that in the trailers.
It's like he looks a little too, like, glee. like he's up to no good.
Yeah, right.
I think that Cyril and his girlfriend are going to turn to the rebellion by the end. Yeah, they're going to pull that I'm a spy. I'm telling you.
I sure freaking hope not, man. I don't know, but that would make me upset.
I would be upset.
Especially because, I'm telling you, I just watched it, and Cyril is, like, insufferable. The most ridiculously loyal, like, insufferable, like, I don't know why he's
a Boy Scout.
He is. He's a Boy Scout, but, like, in the worst way. It's horrible. So, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
We've all known an Eagle Scout in our life. It's all right. Mono's already in the Senate, so it'd make sense for him to show up.
Palps, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want him. He wasn't dealing with the rebellion at all at that point, so he shouldn't be in this.
Unless we're doing something with Jabba that's entirely different. Like that's the one thing to me that makes sense. Like,
that would go way off the rails if they started including Jabba and Boba and all them. You know?
He'd fit more in Tales of the Underworld than he would in this. I feel like.
You know, when we got a titled show called Tales of the Underworld, the first thing I thought is sick. We're getting a continuation of Maul after Solo, but no, we're not. We're getting.
I immediately thought Crimson Dawn too. I was like that, or it's gonna be like Boba, his new Underworld, like
right. No,
or 1313,
and Ventress, who was alive and shouldn't be, and Cad Bane, I guess.
I'm walking out if Tatooine shows up. Get us off that.
You're walking out of your own house, Tatooine. He's watching it at home. He's like, God damn, it's Tatooine. He walks out of his house. He's done. He's leaving. I'm talking about. Really? I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I'll have to. I don't know. I've only watched the trailers once because I don't want to.
I've been honestly staying away from Andor press because I don't want to be spoiled for anything. I want to go in almost blind.
Same. I haven't seen any of the interviews. I don't want to.
Yeah. Echelon Prop. Did you hear the rumor that Den of Nerds is spreading around about a certain thing happening in season 2? Yeah, I sent it to Joe immediately. If it does, that's one of the things where I'm just like, it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
it doesn't need. If it happens, it's gonna be like, what the fuck was the point? Literally, what was the point? Like, because they already introduced.
I would think no, but man, I don't know. That sounds like a little much.
But I'm also thinking like, well, remember they introduced in season 1, so I could, if they're already going that far, I could see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's off. I don't think it's out of the question for them to mention it in a way that there was, some forced. I don't even know how to say it properly on YouTube without being flagged. So you know what I mean. If you guys know the rumor, you know the rumor. But I don't know how you can really toe that line in a show that's on Disney Plus, to be honest with you. And so, in fact, I don't think it's happening at all. I just don't.
I'm hoping for it to not.
Yeah, it seems ridiculous.
It's a little out there. Yeah, I don't know. Just keep it out of Star Wars. I guess that's. I don't know. George didn't have it. Let's not have it either. So. Talk about the Den of Nerds question. Sounds good. And Rogue One, Tarkin takes all his credit, so it pissed him off a lot. That's fair. And Phil, something smugglerly, like Maul cameo, nothing big, but potential for we might continue the Crimson Dawn story after all. That would be nice, but also like I don't know. It's bad that my first question is going to be, all right, how are they going to fuck it up? I almost don't trust them to do it.
The only way this would work if they're going to throw some like crazy cameo into this Andor show that's a big character or legacy character is this. If Tony Gilroy is after all staying with Lucasfilm and making a new show after Andor that takes that story in a different direction. You know what I mean? Like if it's the Maul thing, fine. But now I want to see Tony Gilroy's Crimson Dawn show. If it's Vader, fine. But now I want to see Tony Gilroy's Vader show.
The entire team better carry over.
Right. And that would be fine with me if they did it as kind of a backdoor pilot, because Gilroy's done with Andor after this. We know part of that is because Diego Luna is just getting too old to play this character who's supposed to be before Rogue One. I mean,
it's kind of crazy. Like he's been playing the character for 10 years now.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it is wild, dude.
That's crazy. 2015. Well, yeah, that's when they filmed it, right? Holy shit.
Yeah, it came out in 2016, I think.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, end of 2014, beginning of 2015, they've been filming.
Wow. Yeah, and he's playing himself like 5 years prior to it.
Yeah.
10 years later. That's crazy.
Definitely ass backwards.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
I mean, I don't think they have to de-age him at all, though. He still looks the same. Like honestly, Pedro still looks the same as he did in Narcos.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to de-age him.
Yeah,
fine. So that's not like a big sticking point for me. But if the show was going on for 5 seasons, I think at some point we'd be like, he's getting older.
Yeah, because like with the Alto Knights, like you could there's like a couple, like 2 shots where you could tell like okay, De Niro's a little bit older here, like just by the way he's like his like
Yeah.
staggered walk, but he's supposed to look a little bit younger, so like it looks a little odd. But there's only like 2 like standout like shots like that. But it's definitely like okay, like, you could definitely tell like maybe you should have had a stand in here like, for that shot. Sitting in the Irishman too. It's just like little things you can notice, especially when like, you're trying to hide the age. Like especially like the grocery store scene, like
come
the
on,
hand
dude.
stomp.
It's so bad. It's so bad,
dude.
Oh, well, even like Indy's punch, you know, and his de-aged punch, like I'm just like, oh, really?
Harrison's punch looked better in Brave New World than the Indy one. Like it looked real in Brave New World.
Yeah, the Indy one, I'm like, I think if like we're gonna do the de-aging on like an 80-year-old guy, like maybe we just don't have him do like anything action wise, like just keep it.
Just like, did you double the face afterward? Like something. Right. Yeah. So maybe Kira then. I feel like honestly she's more likely than Maul. I'm gonna be honest.
Would be a decent cameo too, because you'd be like, oh, it's interesting, and it's not like a character where you're like, oh, what's gonna happen.
There's also like one of the things with Outlaws where I was super like, because Kira's like one main character in Outlaws,
right?
But it was also like, okay, so she's getting put in here, but Crimson Dawn really didn't do anything for like a story wise.
Yeah,
like, there really wasn't really anything. So it's like, are they gonna use these characters now, or are they just not gonna? Are they just like putting them on the shelf to use them for this for nothing? I don't know. It's just a weird inclusion.
Like that sometimes, right? Even this Tales of the Underworld could have been a Kira like thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many ways that this should be going, and it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I the animation thing is gonna be really interesting because we know we're getting Visions, which is cool. I do like Visions, and it's all gonna be Japan animation studios, which will be awesome. But like, there's got to be a new. We're done with Bad Batch. You know, we're done with Clone Wars. Obviously, I hope we're just moving on from this era a little bit. It's now or never. I feel like, and we need that like animated show that's going to follow Luke, Han, and Leia.
We need something to redefine what Star Wars is right now, because what we have is not working, and it needs to be totally new. Like if they're going to do Mangle's movie, start the whole new era of Star Wars and that period. Like all new characters, everything new. Don't have a single Skywalker name in there.
I mean, yeah, it's one way. It's either that, but like, because that's what we were kind of promised with Acolyte, but then Acolyte's like, oh no, Yoda's in here and Plagueis is in here, and what's this? Ki-Adi-Mundi's in here, and like we changed his age, and like it's like they're like, oh, so it's like kind of like connected to the prequels, and also the Chosen One prophecy is like, doesn't really matter because anybody can make a living being with the Force. It's just like, what the.
I don't know, from the book with what Plagueis was doing, how he thought like Anakin was like a curse against him for messing with that stuff. That's way more compelling than what we got.
100%.
Like,
yeah, I'm
trying not to shit on it. I'm really trying not to.
I've moved on past Acolyte. I don't like at this point. I don't care. It exists. I'm never, ever going to watch it again. It's not in my head canon. But if they're going to refresh Star Wars in some way, you're right. They need to do this Dawn of the Jedi era, or we need to go so far past the sequels. But I don't know, even, fuck, I don't know, man. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask everyone this question who's watching even. If they just go like 100 years past the sequels, is that going to satisfy you? Because for me, I don't know if it is. I don't know if I can handle the fact that like, the sequels tarnished the galaxy like of Star Wars forever.
Honestly, I'm gonna say we need to go a couple 100 years in the future, if not even 1,000. I want it to be like back in like from the prequels era of the Republic, but in the future, but not like in a badly corrupted way. I want to just get back to what like how that version of Star Wars felt, where you can go to these different planets and they all don't look the fucking same, but the same LUTs, the same filters on them. Like they each of them feel so different, and every single alien you run into looks different. It's not the same 7 recycled creatures that they have in their archive.
Right.
Like it's like I want it to feel entirely different.
I mean, I think I think Old Republic could satisfy that because it's thousands of years before the prequels, obviously, or 1,000 years or whatever. I think Old Republic could satisfy that because one, there's enough familiarity from the fans to be like invested in it early on.
You know how many comments I get about Revan? Like even still,
Right.
I get so many. I still get so many Star Wars comments, and it's, a lot of them are asking like anything with Revan. Like, it's like there's an appetite for it for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and okay, so now you have Revan, who's a familiar name. You don't have to worry about the Skywalkers. You don't have to worry about Luke's legacy and all that shit. You have a familiar name in Revan, in Malgus or whoever you want to use, out of that Old Republic, Bastilla. And you can play in there a little bit because at the end of the day, it was a video game. And it was linear to a degree, but we also made choices in that game. So everyone had a different experience with it, right?
Yeah, and there's multiple. It can go so many different ways.
Right. That's
so one story isn't defined. You can make a culmination of the things. Look at the Fallout show.
Who do you get to helm something like that? The Old Republic. Who are you going to trust to say, okay, we're going to tell an overarching story over maybe 3 movies, right? And this time we're going to have a plan because we're not going to just wing it every movie. Who are you trusting for that?
Honestly,
yeah, I want a real name here that is possible, not someone like Nolan who's not going to come in and ever touch Star Wars.
If I think it's going to be as good as it is, I'm going to say Jake Schreier for like the Thunderbolts, and like that group that did Beef and everything, like that group. I feel like that, or I'm going to say Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, Daredevil season 1, season 2, like Daredevil Born Again season 2, and the rewrites, but Moon Knight and Loki season 2. I feel like that team could also do it, especially after Loki season 2.
Yes, and the Loki writer was going to work on a Star Wars project at some point, right?
Yeah, but that evidently, who knows anymore?
Yeah.
Like it's sitting with a droid story.
Those are interesting picks. The Thunderbolts one is really interesting to me.
This is also great too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, love -1. I'd want Gilroy, but I just don't. It sounds like he's not going to do anything. I don't know. There's some comments in here about
especially
that,
with like, yeah, like where is it? Sitting here, like, and I want the choreography to be better than what Nick Gillard had. I want, like, if we're gonna go to High Republic, it needs to be our Old Republic. Sorry, it needs to be almost, to me,
it needs to be
better.
Gillard level to me. I mean, at least at minimum, yeah.
I feel like it has to try and not try and one up it, but keep that speed, but try and do something different to where it doesn't feel like the same thing again.
Yeah, it have to be a little different, right? Because this is 1,000 years beforehand, so you need
That's
it
what I'm
to
saying.
look a little different. Yeah,
come up with all new forms, even. I don't know,
dude. I don't know. Would Gilroy actually be okay with the use of the Force and lightsabers in other projects? I just think like the Old Republic has such a political aspect to it, though, that he could nail it.
He could also nail a Plagueis show or a movie too.
Oh well,
like from the.
They gave him the Plagueis novel and said, "Here, make a show out of this, dude." Oh my god,
he would eat that up. That would be like,
yeah,
that would be what the Bristol Brothers said when they told him that they're going to give him RDJ for Civil War. Like, oh, you just gave us $1 billion movie.
Yeah,
like that's literally what that would be.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think I think was it Lama Prop who said he's not going to do anymore. Gilroy said he's leaving, so RIP. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the interviews, like I said, and that may be the case. If he's gone, I don't know, man. That's a bummer. I feel like he probably is, though. Like, he just spent the last, 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer, developing Andor and filming it and editing it and getting it out and everything. Like,
honestly, just go back to your question real quickly. I would say Bryce might be the only other one that I feel like that knows Star Wars that could do it.
That's a really good option. I would like to see Bryce tackle if they, because there's also a rumor that Dave's Heir to the Empire movie could be split into 2 movies.
Please split it into 3. Give it
right. You make it the real trilogy.
Yeah,
I would want Bryce to get one of those movies.
I would too.
Capable. Yeah.
Give one to Peter, or Peter and Rick together, even.
Yeah. Definitely Rick. Yeah, Rick could kill it too.
I was seeing like Last Command, like Rick and Peter together. Peter did the pirate fight in season 3 of Mando.
Oh yeah, dude, that one was so sick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but Peter, but Rick, because Rick does all the finales, and they're always great. But Rick and Peter together as like a duo for the Last Command.
Yeah, and just have Favreau and Filoni kind of oversee everything.
Yeah. Exec producers, as always. Just
it's so weird because I trust Favreau so much as a movie maker because we know what he's capable of. I mean, he's made classics, like literal classics. I just don't think he wants to spend that kind of time doing these things.
Honestly, I think he wants to just sit back and relax for a little bit. Like, obviously, like still do something. He wants to be working, but not like management working.
Yeah.
And he also loves writing, so like he loves writing. Like, I think honestly, probably more than Dave. So
that's good, and maybe he should write Dave's movie.
I don't think he has the passion for Disney anymore. They've been fucking him since 2007. So, like, he literally has been getting the short straw since then. I give him props for still being there.
That's the thing. I actually do think he loves Star Wars. I think he loves George Lucas Star Wars, though. And I think you're right. I think he doesn't have, I think they fucked with Mando season 3. And I mean, the evidence is all over the place, but
he's going to leave. So like,
right. They fucked with him with Mando season 3. I think they burned a bridge there because Favreau is one of those people that we all trusted. And obviously that the Mando season 3 thing obviously goes into Boba Fett as well. I just think that his heart isn't in Disney anymore. I think if he got control of Star Wars, I think he's passionate about it. I think, let's put it this way. He's passionate enough about it to stick around until this Heir to the Empire stuff is wrapped up. We know that for sure.
Oh no. Yeah. He's not going anywhere until like him and Dave are done together. Like,
right. Because he doesn't want them to fuck up everything he started.
I also think he trusts Dave. Like, I feel like he trusts Dave enough. But he wants to be there to guide him too.
Yeah, because it seems like Dave. The only issue with Dave is that it seems like he can't really stand up to the.
He can't say no.
Yeah,
and Favreau doesn't. Favreau doesn't really care.
I mean, the way they dragged Dave around, like when Acolyte Press was starting, it was kind of like, really?
He's like a mascot more of
right. Like he wasn't even involved with making it. Like you're really gonna drag.
He was involved with shutting shit down. Like, right, like that was the extent. Like no, you cannot do this stuff with Yoda. Like that's Dave's extent.
They're gonna use episodes of Acolyte to integrate inmates in Guantanamo Bay.
If it reopens sometime soon.
Oh my gosh. As long as I don't have to hear about Rey Skywalker, yeah, I'd be fine with that's the thing. It's like, okay, so we move 100 years into the future, 200 years, and they're like telling the story about Rey Skywalker. I'll be like, nah.
Someone's gonna tell Daisy to get her stories right. Like with she has like 6 different updates each week, and they're all with different writers.
Dude, that movie's never happening.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know she's passionate, and I'm really happy for her, but like, just wait until something like Lucasfilm announces something, because you're giving us false hope at this point, even if there is any hope.
I'm more like, I feel bad for Daisy because she definitely got the short end of the stick with the way the writing turned out and the way her character was treated. But it's also like, I don't want to see any more of her character, so I'm sorry.
It's too tarnished at this point.
Yep. Rather see the past. No, literally what you said a few minutes ago. Get the big 3 in an animated series. Post Jedi, fill in the gap. If it's a live action movie, go elsewhere. But animation, pull your audience back in. I've been saying this for a couple of years now. Like, just give us an animated, give us Clone Wars style with the classic characters post Return of the Jedi. If you really want us to ever appreciate anything from the sequels, because there's so many gaps in there that need to be filled. Why is Luke acting this way? The little story they tell in Last Jedi isn't going to be enough.
To be honest, I don't think a show is even going to be able to do enough for it.
You don't think an animated show would help at all?
No. At this point, it needs to be a movie.
Okay, but yeah, sure. That's I totally accept, because not enough people are gonna watch an animated show, right?
Daredevil's numbers are terrible.
Yeah,
and it's a really good show, and the original show's numbers went up by 157%. So, like, Born Again's numbers are terrible. They're worse than Skeleton Crew. which is insane because the show is
bad.
like, and season 2 is entirely the new stuff. I can't say much, but yeah, see, like it's
Wow.
incredible.
Less than an animated show, Invincible. Wow.
But all I'm seeing, like, if you go through an Instagram, I don't see a single hate comment really. Maybe about CGI here and there.
It's just like no one's watching it.
If you go on Twitter though, everyone's bitching about the dumbest shit. But like, where all the support is coming from, you would think it's doing way better than it actually is. Like, they're probably not going to get a season 3 unless season 2 does incredible numbers, which it might. But I really thought Daredevil's numbers would be better than what they are now. And obviously, I don't even know what they are because they're not showing up. But I thought it would at least chart.
Wow. I will be curious to see. Andor should chart because it has 3 episodes a week. So time-wise, it should chart regardless. I'll be curious to see how it does, though, because that's going to really tell us how bad things are when your most critically acclaimed show comes out. And it's like...
and you're marketing it as that, too. Like, you're going around, like...
That's
the entire marketing is, oh, look at all these rewards, all these, like...
Yeah.
It's such a weird way,
Look how much people love this show. Like, okay... We know. Let's see.
But you're marketing a show that's not Star Wars and saying that, like, this is the best show we've ever created. Like,
yeah.
Then don't make it. I don't know. Then don't make it. Don't brand it a Star Wars show. Then I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're probably right though. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe animation is not gonna do the trick, and
Disney Plus isn't gonna save these companies anymore. Like,
yeah, they need 3.
They need
releases. Yeah, right.
Yeah, need to get asses back in seats.
But is there anything they can do in the movies? I mean, I guess we've been asking the same question for since 2017. But like, is there anything they can do in the movies post Return of the Jedi to make us say, okay, I accept what happened in the sequels. I'm ready to continue my fandom. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, I don't even know if they could because they'd have to recast. And if they don't recast and if it looks janky, that it's gonna destroy the movie.
Well, outside of that. Let's say that they've perfected the de-aging or whatever.
I feel like that's the
looks
biggest hurdle, though.
But
like, you can't put Luke on screen and he look like shit. You can't put Harrison and Carrie there too.
So you don't think Luke looks fine in Book of Boba Fett?
No, he does. But I'm saying, like, if he looks good, but the other 2 don't, or if 2 out of the 3 look great, if one looks off and at all, it's gonna ravage the movie. I guarantee.
We know they can do Harrison. We've seen it. We know that they can do Luke. The only one we haven't seen is Leia.
That's the one I'm most worried about.
Obviously. And I am right there with you.
Like,
I'm not counting Rogue One, obviously, because that was like, I turn around and I'm here. I'm talking about a full on.
Especially for Billy, too. Like, they might as well just recast and have Billy play Leia. Have Graham play Luke. Maybe get a new Han. Because I don't think Eldon would mesh well with Billy and Graham.
I agree.
The chemistry doesn't seem like it's there. Honestly, get the guy right now who's rumored to be playing Batman in the DCU. He was in the Blake Lively movie. What is it called?
What is that guy's name?
It Ends With Us.
Yeah, well, I know that's what the movie's called, but
Brandon Skellner.
I don't know what his name is.
Skellner, I think. I got it right here.
Okay, but outside of. Let's just say outside of a recast. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. That's like maybe, but at the same time, like, I don't even know if that would work. Honestly, there's a guy.
Man, Harrison Ford's such an iconic like actor. You know what I mean? That it's hard to replicate.
So there's this Blake Lively movie that I saw, that a different one that Harrison Ford's in, and somebody plays a younger version of him, and he looks a lot. He even like masters the mannerisms. I'll pull it up real quick. While you do your thing over there.
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, outside of recast, outside of like deepfake, let's say that they perfected it, or that everyone's happy with the recast. Is there anything story-wise they can do to be like, to get you to a point? It's like, yes, I accept The Last Jedi and the rise of Skywalker, and I'm going to move forward.
At this point, I don't even know, dude. If I'm being honest with you, I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm leaning towards no. Honestly, I don't think there's anything they could do. This is the guy that plays young Harrison Ford in that movie.
Yeah,
that movie. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've heard about this movie because she meets him later on, right? And he's older than.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. He kind of does have those, like, he does have like that look to him. Interesting.
I don't know, that little twitch immediately I was like, oh, it's Harrison.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty good, man.
Pretty good. I don't know. Immediately I was just like, yep, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of just like, I don't know if it can be fixed. So I'm kind of on the boat of like, let's just go to the past. Let's do the Old Republic thing. If that's going to win back some fans, maybe. I don't know, man. Star Wars is in a dark place right now. That's all I do know.
It's weird to say that like DC's in a better place than Star Wars right now.
Like, yeah, after all the weird,
it's a weird thing to feel. Yeah,
right.
Like
so bizarre, man.
After Black Adam and like the whole Cavill news, like I thought DC was
Flash and all that.
Yeah, I thought it was done, dude. I thought it was like it's over.
Yeah.
But the future is bright for some. For others, the dark times.
Yeah. We're gonna know this time next week, though. We're gonna be saying, here's what things look like in the future, and maybe Kathleen's gonna announce her retirement. I don't know. We'll see.
No, she's gotta have a hit first, and that's not gonna happen for the next 10 plus years.
So never again. She's just gonna die at Lucasfilm. Oh, man.
I didn't say that.
I'm telling you, she's waiting for a hit, man. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I don't know. I feel like Amy Pascal will throw another sandwich at Kevin Feige during an interview before she leaves, like before Kathleen Kennedy steps down.
Oh my gosh!
Because when Amy Pascal brought in Kevin Feige to like see if he can help direct the Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
and he stopped her mid sentence. Was like, nope. How about we do it and we put him in Civil War? And she threw her sandwich at him that she was eating. That's what I'm saying. Like she threw her sandwich at him and threw him out of her office, and then like an hour later called him back and was like, "We'll do it." That's how Tom Holland became Spider-Man. I'm just saying, like that's more likely to happen again than Kennedy stepping down in the next 5 years.
Yeah,
especially with Brand New Day coming around the corner. So I don't know, dude. It's
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Hey, we're getting a 4th Spider-Man movie for the first time ever with the same actor, though.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah,
it's odd that it's like it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, it is, but I hope it's good. I don't know, man. All right, I think I'm gonna bounce, dude.
You're good,
get my leg back in the air, and
I don't want to hurt you anymore.
It's good to chat again, though. It's been a while, and I'm really appreciate everyone who's dropped in and dropped a chat, and I'm really excited for Andor, which is good. It's good to be excited about something.
Yeah, it feels weird to like. I don't know. Yeah, it's just an odd feeling for sure.
It's good to be excited about something, and who knows, dude? Who knows what Celebration's going to bring? But we will be watching, and hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, we get some sense of direction of where things are going. Because man, past Andor, it's just like,
what do we have to like look forward to?
Like, I'm not sure I'm that excited for Ahsoka season 2 at this point. Even though I liked season 1, I'm just kind of like, it sounds like it's going to be a cameo fest, and I'm like, I don't really want that. I want to progress this Thrawn story, dude. What I want is a Thrawn story. Like,
and for some reason, it's so hard for that to be a thing, and it doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be hard at all. It should be easy.
It doesn't need to be at all. Like
the books are right there. The comics are right there.
It literally should be putting copy, paste, update a little bit here and there to make it fit into the canon. Boom, and now we got $1 billion fucking like.
Right. Oh, this pilot isn't Wedge. It's Hera. Okay. It's easy.
I don't know. If you replace Wedge with Hera, I might be a little sad.
I'm just saying, Wedge is like a pretty prominent role, and what are we gonna do? De-age him too? Come on, it's like
just recast Wedge,
right? That's what I'm saying though. You could fill in a lot of Hera's got her own little squadron, so fill in a lot of that. Hey, maybe Talon Card is Hondo or something. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, Disney, but make it happen.
Just I don't know. I feel like they introduced way too many Jedi to be. Yeah. To make it work now.
Feels a little Jedi.
Too many. Yeah.
I agree. Yep.
But
all right, man.
We'll see how the cookie crumbles.
We will indeed. All right, we'll be in touch this week.
Yes, sir.
And the episode 2 for the Heir to the Empire anime is dropping in what I expect to be 2 weeks, guys. We are very, very close now. So
did not know that.
Yeah,
I have
2 weeks.
Been excited seeing the Patreon photos.
Oh yeah, it's I've had it a lot. it's there's some surprises in there, is all I'm gonna say. So
and I will say too, like I've been kept out of the dark with this one, and I'm just as excited to see it as everyone else is, just because like I don't know anything, and I'm happy that I don't know anything besides obviously what is there on the Patreon.
Yeah,
like I'm happy to not know anything.
Yeah, it should be pretty fresh for most people, even the Patreon members. So pretty excited for that for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Alrighty, well we'll get out of here.
All right,
see you guys next week, or not next week, whenever we're available next. All right, deuces. May the force be with you all,
guys. Yeah, see ya.